Good day, everyone. This is Lois with Diamonds and Things coming to you from the Northeast. It is sunny out today with a little bit of breeze, but it's in the 50s, so it's going to be a wonderful day, I hope. Up to the 70s, which yesterday was like 83 degrees. It was actually hot, I can say. But I thought I'd drop in on this Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to all of you who celebrate Easter. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I thought I'd just drop in and do a little short whip and chat. And, excuse me. And just see how everybody's doing. There I go, bumping the camera. Sorry about that again. But I am working on, excuse me, Angel of Justice still by Dakota Dateweiler for the Dakotathon for April and May. And this is a picture of her. Whoops, sorry. There we go. Let me bring you out a bit so you can see the whole picture. There she is right there. And she is 69.9 centimeters times 87.9 centimeters. And I'm working down in about here, I guess. Someplace in there. So, and I'm going to be using two pens probably, because this is one made by MTN Design on Etsy, and I have a metal placer in here, which is thinner than the Diamond Art Club one, if you can see that. Sorry about the closeness. I've got putty in this one and wax in this one, and this one's, like I said, this one's wider. I don't like the way it places on with squares. Rounds, it works better. So I'm going to try using this depending on the distance between the pen and my camera. Of course, I can always move the camera up. Let me do that and zoom you in more so you can see closer. I'm going to be working. I'm going to start in here on the end. Let me see if I can get this better for you here. I hope you're having a good Easter day. I don't celebrate Easter anymore. I hope that doesn't put you off of watching me, but, you know, to each his own. I am going down to my daughter's for dinner today. We're probably going to have breakfast, she suggested. So I said, okay, whatever. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pause you for a second so I can rearrange this better. Okay, hopefully that's better. So I'm using my yellow dog design tray like I usually do. This is from Be the Bird, Richard Lorenz event in January that I did. And I'm using my Craftmate storage system here, which I really like. It works really well, except I've noticed, and people who use this already know this probably, but I'm going to be working on N. But this has a plastic like button here that you push to open them up. But after a while, it gets, at least for me, it gets a little bit hard. And I can foresee when this is used a lot that the button at the end may stop working at some point. But I'm going to start with N, as I said. And I just want to say, if you're new here, I thank you for dropping by, and I hope you'll continue to drop by. And if you're brand new, please like, subscribe, comment. It certainly helps my channel grow. And if you're returning, as always, thank you. I appreciate you coming back. And I also want to thank all my new subscribers, and I hope you'll return. Also, I had mentioned way back when I hit 250 subscribers, I would have a giveaway, and I'm getting close. And if you'd share this and let other people know, I will when I hit 250, I'm going to have a giveaway, and I will show you what those gifts may be. Actually, I think I might do 2 of them because it's my anniversary year, 1 year, diamond painting. And like I said, the 250 subscribers. So look forward to that. Come back and I'll tell you what I'm going to do for it. And like I said, I'll show you what I'm going to give away. So keep that in mind if you're interested. So let me know what you think in the comments. Anything, you know, are you celebrating Easter today? Let me start doing some of this. You know, or what you're doing anything special today. Like I said, I'm just going down to my daughter's. This is my, I've been working all week, except for last Monday I didn't work, so this is a nice day of rest for me. I got up real early this morning, which is unusual, but I slept with both my windows open and the curtains open, so the sun was in at the crack of dawn for me. And it helped me get up and moving early. I'm going to change colors here. But I love it when the sun shines in first thing in the morning, actually. And, oops, where'd that go? It popped, one popped someplace. There it is. I'm not really an early riser, but when I've had a good night's sleep, like I feel like I did last night, then I like to get up and get moving and do stuff and, you know, not lay around in bed like I usually like to do. I'm going to do 45 now, which is that circle right there. Hopefully, I do have my dexterity in my fingers is not what it used to be, especially after cutting material at the cutting counter at Joann's all week. It tends to mess with my fingers and my right shoulder, I'm finding. Now, let me get my other pen here so I can multi-place. I'm using my stainless steel, or the metal placer is being a pain in my butt, actually. Like I said, it's thinner and easier to place with. So I'm been practicing with my 4-placer on my squares. I don't have any problem with rounds multi-placing. It's just the squares that I sometimes have a hard time. I only need 3 there. Not a hard time, but more challenging, shall I say, for me. Like, see how they just went crooked, and I know that's because of the way I put them down there. Set my multi-placer down there, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too picky, and it looks like there's a lot of gaps in here, but that's not it. It's like the camera magnifies things. Plus, I have my light pad on beneath it, underneath the canvas, so it just makes it look worse than it is, actually. Because when you turn the light pad off, they look fine. But I also, on the edges, I don't know if anybody else feels like this, but the edges for me are hard to keep in alignment. And I know there's some kind of tool that you can put along the outside that keeps them more in alignment. And I believe I've watched a YouTube, excuse me, where somebody puts a ruler there or something on the edge. I don't know how well that works, but I can see that it would work, or some kind of tool on the edge anyway. If you know anything, you know, any tool or something that helps you line your outside of the canvas edges, you know, evenly, please let me know. If you'd put a comment down below, I'd really like to know about it. Because because it takes me a long time to place these. So, alrighty, gonna change colors again. And what the heck heck was that? That was, where'd it go? It's over here. That was 45. So what's new in your neck of the woods? I really don't have much going on. Like I said, I worked all week and that's about it. Didn't have much time to diamond paint. Well, it's funny, yesterday I was supposed to work, I thought I was supposed to work 3 to 8. So I'm relaxing on the couch and I'm going to do, I call this the coffee cup, or glass I should say. Sorry, I'm gonna do that one. So yesterday I thought I was supposed to work 3 to 8 again, because I worked 3 to 8 Friday. So I'm relaxing on the couch at 12 o'clock, 12:30, thinking, you know, I had a couple hours before I had to get up and go to work. So I get a phone call at 12:30 and a message saying, Lois, we thought you were supposed to be here at noon. It's like, oh, heck. So I had to get up and get dressed and go into work. I got there about 1. So I only worked 4 hours yesterday. But people are buying fabric, like, well, a lot of fleece, or just a whole bunch of fabric. I'll have to turn my pen here. All I have to do is turn it a tad, and there's plenty of putty that comes out. So, as you can hear, it's being pretty sticky there, which is, whoops, sometimes too sticky. As you can see how it came out on the tip, so I just pull it off. And it's funny, I never realized this, but if you wet the putty, or the heck is it? If you wet the tip of the pen, like I go like this with my finger, it will stop it from sticking so much. And it still comes out over where it should go, but it's still, at least it doesn't stick to your diamond. Whoops. So, what was I saying? Oh, people are still buying fleece and a lot of fabric, because it's like fleece is still 50% off, and they're probably not going to change that. And I almost bought some fleece yesterday. It's like, no, you don't need any more fleece. But it was a really nice Halloween pattern. And, you know, obviously it's not going to be there at Halloween time, but yeah, the minimum you have to buy is 2 yards. And it's like, do I really need 2 yards? Do I really need the fleece at all? And the answer is no to both of them. But with my discount, 2 yards would have only been $10. So it's still there. When I go back in this week, maybe I'll get it. I don't know. What else do you, does anybody sew out there? And what else besides blankets do you make with fleece, if you do sew with fleece? I'd be interested to know. My daughter and I were talking about that yesterday. It's like, what else are we going to make with fleece? So I suggested pajama pants, but she said they'd be too hot. But then again, it depends on, you know, what kind of warmth you like. So obviously fleece is not a good idea if you live in the warmer climate, but I love fleece in the winter. Matter of fact, I still have, it's still cool enough sometimes to wear it here. Even though, I mean, it's only getting down to like 50 at night now, so that was good. My daughter was over yesterday and did some washing, and I have a bunch of plants, and it was warm enough. It was really nice out yesterday, and she put my plants outside, and it was warm enough last night to leave them out overnight, so I didn't have to bring them in, which is better for them. As natural light is much better for my plants. I have succulents, and I have a jade tree, have an asparagus fern. What else do I have? Pothos. When I lived in Florida, I used to have a balcony, a screened-in balcony that I used to keep my plants out on all the time. And when I moved, I had to give them all away because I didn't have room to bring them. My asparagus fern that I got when I was a baby was huge because it was so humidity. They love humidity. So down there, I mean, there's a lot of humidity down there. I was in Panama City Beach area, which I totally miss, but that's another lifetime. So that's done. What am I going to do next here? Let me think about it here. I like to go back and straighten my drills when I can. Sorry for the closeness here, but I wanted you to be able to see me placing. All right, I think I'll, I don't know, decisions. I think I'll do the little arrows here, the up arrow, if I can, let's see, put this one away, goes over here. Do you ever, when there's so much confetti like this, do you ever, when you get done with one, do you ever forget which one you're on? Because there's so many. Or is that just me? I don't know. My memory is just like fading sometimes. I feel like I have more brain farts than I should be having. And this canvas has 84 colors. I know I didn't say that, but there's a lot of colors on this. So this is number 31. Let me find my 31 while you all look at my canvas. All right, there's my 31. So I'm just gonna, well, I have my window open, so if you hear noise, that's a motorcycle or something outside. All right, let's do this. This is slow going for me, but I don't want to use that one for multi-placing. And I know I could put the metal one on the other one, but this has my metal tip actually has a piece of washi tape around it to hold it in better. So I'd have to redo that. I don't even know if it would fit good in the other one. I haven't even tried. I should try that. But so I don't know, and this may be too personal for some of you, but well, it shouldn't be, but if it is, it bothers you that I'm talking about this, I apologize. But I know, you know, everybody, well, 90% of the people watch TV, and I look at, being a nurse, I look at the commercials with all the medications they have, you know, that they promote and advertise and all that jazz. And I just saw a new one for weight loss, and I'm not promoting this at all. This is going to segue into my my topic here. But it's called Wegovy or something like that for weight loss. And I don't know if, you know, if any of you are taking any kind of weight loss medication, but I listen to all the side effects that they have, and it kills me that they even manufacture such medications with so many side effects, like Ozempic. Ozempic is like one of the worst medications you can take, in my opinion, just because of all the side effects. It's just ridiculous. One of the major side effects is that it can paralyze your stomach or your intestines. I believe it's your stomach that it paralyzes. And there have been people hospitalized because it paralyzes their stomach. My daughter's stepmom has a friend who is in the hospital because it paralyzed her stomach. And that's how it helps you lose weight. That's one way it helps you lose weight. But I don't know. I'm taking a cholesterol medication, which I started and stopped because because one of the side effects is muscle weakness. And I don't know whether it's affecting my muscles or not, in all honesty, but my arms are weak. And like I said, I don't know if it's the medication or just me using them more so, like at the cutting table at Joann's, but I try not to take medication if I don't have to. Although I do take blood pressure medicine. I've been taking that for years, so and I don't have any side effects from that. But I don't know, these new medications they're coming out with do not sound safe to me. So, and that's not working in there because I'm too close. Sorry about that. Let me bring you up here. I don't even know if you can see. You can't even see where I'm working. Sorry about that. I have to get off here soon anyway because my phone, I still don't have a new phone. And I'm going to discuss that with my daughter today because we share the same plan. So I'll have to talk to her about that so I can do longer videos. I would like that. And I know a lot of people like longer videos because they use them as like podcasts and listen to them instead of watching, because actually watching somebody lay down drills is kind